Hi, this is Carolyn, your linked librarian for the Diseases of the 21st Century class, and in this second video we're going to be talking about how you can find the resources for both your reference page and for your research abstract. Now, just to review the syllabus, your research abstract is going to look at the disease that you chose and which you tweeted as part of your assignment. You are going to be looking at the history of this disease, its prevalence, its detection, prevention, and treatment, and its future or the prognosis. So Professor Halpin requires that for this research abstract you use magazine articles, and specifically science magazine articles, newspaper articles, and journal articles. Now, journal articles are articles that have been reviewed by a panel of peers. It's also sometimes called academic journal articles or peer-reviewed articles. I'm going to be showing you how to get to one database that we're recommending that you use to find the articles. That database is called Academic Search Premier. We're going to be taking a look at how to get to Academic Search Premier, how to use keywords that you have generated to find articles, and then how to access those articles once you've found them. So on the screen in front of you, you can see the main page for the Blackboard page for your class. And again, over on the left, I'm going to ask you to scroll down and click on the Ask the Librarian link. And this will bring us again to how you can get in touch with me if you have any questions about this assignment. And if you scroll down, it's going to take you to the Diseases Research Guide. I'm going to click on that. And once we're on the research guide, you'll remember in the last video that you saw we focused on picking the topic. Today we're going to be focusing on this tab, how to find articles. Now, after you watch this video and before you come up with your research abstract and also your reference page, we're asking that you complete a worksheet for the library. That's library assignment number 2, which will get handed in both to Professor Halpin and to me. What that will do is give me the opportunity to respond to you, to take a look at some of your initial sources, at some of your keywords, give you feedback. You will then go and do your reference page for June 4th. So here we are on the page that we have put together for finding articles. As you can see over on the left, we're linking you into several databases that are good for this particular class. Academic Search Premier, CINAHL, which is a nursing database, HealthSource, and LexisNexis, which is a newspaper database. Today I'm going to show you Academic Search, however, because once you know how to search in Academic Search, these other databases should be pretty clear and you'll be able to find the materials. Academic Search, which I'm going to click on right now, is also a really good database because it has newspapers, magazine articles, and peer-reviewed articles. Some of the other databases might only have the peer-reviewed articles. And again, Professor Halpin recommends that you look at newspapers and science magazines as well. So here we are on the main page for the database. I'm going to type in my topic. Now, I'm picking a disease that you're covering in class and that therefore you can't actually use as your topic. It's also one that there's going to be a lot of information about, and that is malaria. Now, you can see underneath that it's actually linked me into, it's suggested some other keywords such as malaria prevention, malaria transmission, malaria treatment, malaria vaccine. All of these are sort of keywords or subject headings that can focus in on a particular aspect of your paper. And all of those, prevention, treatment, causes you could put in, are ways that you can narrow your topic. If I just put in malaria, I would get thousands and thousands of results. So I'm going to choose malaria prevention as a topic. If that subject heading did not come up here, I could also, so for example, if you put in your disease and you don't get that prompt, I could also try putting in prevention down here. And what I'm doing is using something called a Boolean operator, those and, or not headings, to focus my topic, to make it smaller. I can also go in, as you can see down below and over to your right, when that article, or when I want the articles to have been published. Now you can only use articles that were published within the last 7 years. So I'm going to choose May, and I'm going to put in 2000, and I think I'm even going to go newer and do the last 5 years, because I know that that with malaria, with that particular topic, there's going to be a lot of information. And then I will put in May of 2014. So I'm looking only at the last 5 years. If I decided later that I didn't find enough and I wanted to expand it to 7, I could do that. And now I click search. And as you can see, I still have quite a few results. 2,767 articles have been delivered to me. Now, this main page here includes peer-reviewed articles. It includes magazines and newspapers, all in one sort of results page. So another way that you could narrow your results is over here again on the left. You'll see that of that 2,767, 2,501 are from academic journals, 154 are from magazines, and 53 are from newspapers. I'm going to choose magazines to narrow my search, simply because I'm not that familiar with my topic yet, and I might not feel ready yet to dive into the really more academically intense peer-reviewed articles. So here I am, and you can see that my initial results, Battling a Scourge, is from a magazine, Time, but Time is a general magazine. It's not a science magazine. I want to make sure that I'm using some of the science magazines that Professor Halpin wants you focusing on. So here, number 4, Mosquitoes Remade. What I have here is the citation information. That's the title of the article. I have the author, Susan Milius, Science News, which is a science journal, the date which it came out, July 14th, 2012, volume, issue, pages, all of that citation information that you're going to have to capture both for the library assignment coming up, for your reference page, which needs to be in APA format. This is not APA format. You need to make sure that you're putting this information into the correct format. Now from here, I can go over to the icon over on the right of the page and hold my mouse over it and get an abstract of the article. Now, an abstract in the databases is different than the research abstract you're doing. The research abstract you're doing is an actual research paper, but it's fairly short. Abstract here means just a summary of the article. So this article discusses research on the use of transgenic mosquitoes in an effort to eradicate mosquitoes that spread diseases like malaria, yellow fever, and dengue as of July 12th. This would be interesting both for the potential for prevention, and also another aspect of your paper, which is going to be looking at the future of the disease. If they're doing research here, this could be the future. So I decide maybe that this is an article I would like. In this case, I'm fortunate because, as you'll see, there is a link right underneath that says HTML full text. If I click on that link, I have the full text of the article right here in front of me. So you can read it here. It's, a fairly lengthy article. I can choose to, over on the right, email it to myself. I can save it to a USB or to your laptop. You can choose to print it. Those are different ways that you could capture this article. Now, one thing that I really do want to point out, I mentioned that there is an author to this article, make sure that any article that you do find has a very clear, specific author. So for example, if I go down a little further and I have two Scientific American articles, one called Scent of a Human, another Halting the World's Most Lethal Parasite. Both of these have authors. John Carlson, Mary Carmichael right here, and they are also from Scientific American, which is one of the science magazines that you can use for this project. So again, here are articles that you could use that cover one particular aspect of your research topic. Now from here, I might decide to take a look at some of those academic journals. Now there are 2,501 of them. That's an awful lot. So I may decide that I want to focus things a little more. Perhaps I want to narrow the date to something even newer, even more current. That might be one option in that case, to narrow things down a little bit. I can also go down and take a look at some additional subjects that might help me focus in a little bit. So for example, I put in malaria prevention. Maybe I'd also like articles that discuss prevention and treatment. So if I click that link, I'm going to now look at 156, and I've limited it into academic journals that are focusing specifically on malaria prevention but also treatment. And again, here's one I'm looking for one that is a little bit accessible. Knowledge, attitudes, and practices of winter sun vacationers to the Gambia toward prevention of malaria. That might be a little bit too focused for your topic. Make sure that you're not sort of getting too focused or too specific for your particular disease. But this one, the Gates Malaria Partnership, a consortium approach to malaria research and capacity development, might help quite a bit. It's from a journal called Tropical Medicine and International Health. It came out May of 2012, and in this case I can link right into a PDF as opposed to that HTML, and I have my article right here. Again, I can read the abstract. Might be a little more complicated reading a peer-reviewed article, but it's certainly doable. Just pick one that is understandable to you, maybe after you've done some research in newspapers or in magazines, and take a look. As you can see, we're just going to head down. You might be able to use this particular article. It has a reference list to find even more from there, but this one could be helpful as well. Once again, you can email it, you can save it, you can print it. I just wanted to point out, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, if you take a look at number 6, now number 6 might not necessarily be one I would pick for this particular topic, but you'll notice that there's no link to a full text. Same with number 8, targeting plasmodium to eliminate malaria. That one might be really helpful because it's looking at a particular treatment. Again, it's not full text. Do not give up on finding the article if it's not full text right away. There's a link right here that says check for full text. I'm going to click that link, and what I find here is that the article actually is full text in another database. I'm going to click article right there, and bingo, I am now in our online subscription to Nature, a peer-reviewed science journal, and I have that article that I had found in another database. I can click PDF and get it right here. I just wanted to let you know that even if you can't get an article this way, if it's not full text anywhere, you can get them through interlibrary loan. I suggest that if you wanted to do that, it's free, it's fast. You can email me, you can tweet me. In fact, you can email me and tweet me with any questions you might have about this project. So again, now you can go with this information, start doing some searching on your own disease, and complete the library homework, submit it. Both Professor Halpin and I will be giving you feedback on that. Thank you very much, and I hope to be hearing from you via email or by Twitter with any questions you have.